fans are bracing for impact because it looks like Caitlin Clark might have gotten injured again. And she has missed nearly half the games this season with a quad injury and then with a groin injury. Here's the play where it happened. She's dribbling down, she pushes off, she makes this pass to Kelsey Mitchell on the back door. And then you can see when she's running back to the other end of the court, she's grabbing her right groin. You could see it on her face right after that play, like some.
The Indiana Fever wrapped up their road trip with a hard-fought 85-77 win over the Connecticut Sun at TD Garden. However, the victory came at a steep price that could shake the foundation of the WNBA's growing momentum around its brightest star. With only 40 seconds remaining, Caitlin Clark appeared to aggravate a lingering groin injury after enduring constant, unchecked physical play, a level of contact the officials allowed to go largely uncalled throughout the game.
Congratulations, Amber Cox, way to go. Kelly Krauskopf, you did it, girl. You really did it. Way to rush Caitlin Clark back from injury time after time after time after time. To the point where she's tearing and crying on the court because she felt something in her groin. You three ladies couldn't manage a kid's lemonade stand.
This wasn't just another minor setback. It was the predictable consequence of a league that has consistently failed to safeguard its most valuable player. Caitlin Clark, already sidelined for 9 games this season due to various injuries, was once again forced to leave the court in visible pain, clutching her right groin after delivering what should have been a routine assist to Kelsey Mitchell. The heartbreaking image of the WNBA's marquee, star sitting on the bench, head covered by a towel, tears streaming down her face, should be a sobering moment for everyone invested in the future of this league.
This is potentially a disaster for the city of Indianapolis, the Indiana Fever. They're hosting the All-Star game. We just found out Caitlin Clark was going to be in the three-point contest, and this is her right here. You can see her. Let me turn this down. She's grabbing that groin, folks. She's grabbing the groin area. She's going to walk over. She knows she's injured, and it looked bad, folks. She was on the bench, had her head wrapped in a towel. She's crying.
Breaking point came when Fever head coach Stephanie White called a timeout, not to draw up a play, but to confront the unchecked aggression being leveled at Caitlin Clark by Connecticut defenders. It was less a strategic pause and more a desperate appeal for the officials to restore order to a game that had devolved into controlled chaos. As Clark absorbed hit after hit, Sun players seemed emboldened by the lack of whistles, turning the league's brightest star into a target while the referees stood by in silence.
Whether it was pain or frustration or a combination of both, you could see it weighing on her. Now, she had snapped at a referee earlier. She had held her head down in the midst of her shooting slump. So maybe some of this is just all of that coming to a head, especially knowing that All-Star Weekend is coming up from Indy.
I think it was pretty clear tensions were rising. White had noted after previous games featuring similar incidents. When officials fail to manage the game properly and allow that level of physicality, especially when it's been happening all season, you're going to see things escalate. These are elite, competitive women. If you let them play that aggressively, they're going to fight hard and stand up for their teammates.
So on the road this season, Caitlin Clark is a combined 1 for 32 from three-point range. Very unusual. She's hot. Breon January having to hold her back. We'll take a timeout.
I mean, yo, she went from 0 to 100 real quick. She was upset, dog. I don't know what that ref said. I don't know what happened. But yeah, she was basically just saying that has nothing to do with it. So I don't know what they were discussing, but yeah, she was basically pissed about the entire situation, man.
But this time, White's timeout came too late. The damage had already been done. For nearly the entire game, officials had turned a blind eye as Connecticut defenders repeatedly hand-checked, grabbed, and physically harassed Clark with impunity. Every screen posed a risk. Every drive to the basket was met with jarring contact. The kind that, in any other era, would have drawn flagrant fouls without hesitation.
Dog, like, the refs are terrible. Y'all play a part in these injuries. Y'all play a part in all of these injuries. Y'all don't call nothing. Y'all don't call nothing, bro. Like, what are we talking about? You like, all of y'all should be fired. Just don't do your jobs at all. You guys are trash. Trash, man. You got people getting hurt left and right. Look at this trash. We got people getting elbowed in the face. Body check. Look at this. Sophie Cunningham dropping. She just gets body checked out of bounds. No.
If you're enjoying this coverage, consider subscribing for more. What we witnessed against Connecticut wasn't basketball. It was a calculated campaign to wear down the most talented player the WNBA has ever seen. Caitlin Clark entered the game shooting just 28.9% from beyond the arc, a staggering drop from her usual standard of excellence. Her overall field goal percentage has slipped to 37.4%, placing her 31st among the 35 players averaging at least 10 shots per game. A clear sign of the toll this season's relentless physicality is taking.
Injured ever in their career. Here comes all these, oh, we got a new coaching staff, we got a new training staff, we got this person and that person, an expert here and an expert there, saying this, saying that. Next thing you know, these people have managed to turn Caitlin Clark into a player who now gets injured. What the hell did you guys do?
This isn't a coincidence. It's the direct result of a player who can't find her rhythm because she's spending more time rehabbing injuries than actually playing the game. Clark has been available for just 59.1% of the Fever's games this season, missing 9 contests due to a left quad strain, a left groin injury, and now this latest setback to her right groin. The numbers paint a grim picture of a star under constant siege. In her 4 games since returning, she hasn't shot better than 33.3% from the field. The deep threes that once made her a household name aren't falling. Not because she's lost her touch, but because she's playing through pain, limited in mobility, and constantly targeted by defenders who understand the officials aren't going to step in.
Into another injury, and it's an overcompensation injury, and she's trying to play through it because she's got the weight of WNBA on her shoulders. All of this stuff. I think all of these things are factors. I think all of this is a factor for what's happening. I think all of this is a factor of why she's playing. I think she's trying to carry this league on her shoulders. And the refs are letting them beat the crap out of her. That doesn't help things. It doesn't help things when the referees are absolutely letting teams beat the crap out of her. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Other teams are allowing other teams are beating the crap out of her, and
even ESPN's broadcast team has started calling it out. During a recent game, Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Ruocco openly counted the missed fouls as Caitlin Clark was repeatedly grabbed on a single possession. There's a grab, there's a hold, there's another grab. All of those are fouls, Lobo said. The hypocrisy is staggering. Clark gets hit, shoved, and targeted every game. Yet when she shows emotion, she's the one hit with a technical. Opponents can get away with near-violent contact. Marina Mabry once shoved her to the ground, and the refs called it a common technical instead of an ejection. After her latest injury, Clark's brother Collins said what many feel. Make no mistake, this is on the reffing. Her family has watched her take relentless abuse while officials look the other way, and it's putting her health and career at risk.
Clark's brother, Colin just said this. Make no mistake, this is on the refereeing. This is Colin Clark, Caitlin Clark's brother. This is Caitlin Clark's brother right here.
The WNBA's failure to protect Caitlin Clark isn't just wrong, it's costly. When she misses games, viewership drops by 55% from 81 million to just 847,000. Her return against the Liberty drew 2.2 million viewers, the third most watched WNBA game ever. Now, with Clark possibly missing the All-Star game in Indianapolis, an event built around her, the league faces a major setback. Tickets sold out in 7 hours because fans wanted to see her in her home city. Without her, the weekend risks becoming just another game, and the WNBA could lose both millions in revenue and vital momentum.
obviously her health. And I got to tell you, I can't see her playing tomorrow. I cannot imagine her playing in doing the three-point contest or being in the All-Star game now. All right, which is brutal. I was so fired up to see it. But she needs to set, folks. She needs to set. This is the power of Caitlin Clark right here. This is the crowd prior to the game. These are all Fever fans going into a road arena in Boston. Look at that.
Like, do they have trolls for their producers? Like, they always kept throwing shade at Caitlin Clark, throwing up, oh, how many, like, yo, this girl's coming off an injury. She's coming off an injury. Like, there's no point of keep showing the graphic. Oh, the last time she made a three, it was so unnecessary. To me, it's kind of like bullying at this point. They're a joke, bro, because they don't do that with Angel recently, and her shots are not falling. Like, she's below 40%. Do they ever show that? No, they don't do that. They don't do that with any other player, but they do it with Caitlin Clark. I hate that, man. Pam Ward, she's an old